Hey there, this is Scott with Showing Austin. I made a video recently and published many videos for a new software I've been using called Rendy, and some people have been trying it out. I appreciate that. Today I'm going to highlight both my workflow when I do these videos and make these reels, as well as some of the new specific effects, namely the virtual staging effect, which is pretty awesome. There are some effects I use more than others, and I'll go through those right here. As shown, you're going to drag and drop your photos into here. I'm using the Max 20. Right now. Why not? And then you're going to first see the ability to put an address in here. I'm just going to put Austin, Texas, keep it general. This is a house I photographed that was a new build and really nice with no furniture in it. So I thought it'd be really good to use this. Now you can do landscape. I'm going to keep portrait. I think that's their specialty. You can now add up to 6 visual effects. Before it was only 3. So what I'm going to do is show you how you can click over and hover over images to add effects. I'm going to certainly do the front of the house. Now one of the 2 most used ones for me are going to be either day to twilight and day to night. Here and here. I'm going to go day to twilight with this one. I usually go day to night. I'm going to try twilight with that one. And if you also notice, once you do add the effect, it's going to show you a little icon. You can hover over that to see what effect you added if you forgot. One of the other ones I like a lot, basically it's a time lapse. I'm going to do a time lapse here with my wide patio shot. That way you could literally get a nice time lapse from the patio and the outside. You can see all the effects here. And if you notice, the purple heart is my favorites. I'm going to choose time lapse there, as you can see that. And then lastly, I'm going to throw in a day to night for the drone shot here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to reverse that. I'm going to go twilight with the drone. And one of the reasons is to show you can actually use the same one for more than 1 images. However, I'm going to just mix it up and go back to my regular day to night for the straight up shot to make it look more like a virtual dusk, which you might give to clients anyway. So again, day to twilight here, we're going to see the drone shot, day to night here, and we've chosen time lapse back here. Now, time lapse could also be cool for this image here, where it's kind of a view of the outside. You can also do it with living room shots with views of the outside. But for now, we're going to go and play with the staging for the other 3. Those are the 3 I usually use, the day to night, day to twilight, and the time lapse. But for staging, we're going to first do a couple of things. We're going to look at the wide open shot, the first wide open shot here of the living room. We're going to choose the virtual staging tab across the top. It'll be automatic, where it's going to automatically detect the room, bedroom you're specifying it so, as far as living room and dining room. I'm just going to choose living room here. And then I'm going to go into what is really the master bedroom of this house, which is this shot here. And we're going to add an effect here for stage the bedroom. And then there really isn't a traditional dining room, but just to push it to see how much it can go, we're going to take this shot here, which is a straight on shot of the kitchen, which you can put a dining room in front of. We're going to go ahead and render this listing. I did upload these in numeric order, where I've actually literally numbered them 01 through 20. And when we get back, I'm going to show you how you can reorder them and make some other changes. After the upload of the pictures, you're going to see here, it's now technically rendering the videos. When you get your videos back, you're going to get 6 different videos. There are going to be different amounts you cannot currently change or control. There's going to be 6 different songs. I will tell you from using this several times, Realty for Life is one of the most catchiest ones. Let's take a listen to that.
Get down in the car, one time give it all, bust it open hard, let me see you jog.
Although Realty for Life is short, I use it a lot with the examples I give out. I think it's extremely powerful. Let's see what it gave us here for the second one for wildcard. You notice it's 21 seconds. One of the 2 fans on the patio was running.
Let me see you jog.
Yeah, so if you see the second fan I noticed on the second shot, that's where you can actually go in and edit all and select that clip, which I'll show you in a second. Let's watch one more. Here's a staging example. It's put in some staging into that bedroom. And if you notice, that was really up against the closet. So I'm going to try to re-render that one as well to see if it gives me a different result. What you can do, you can go in and edit the individual ones, and you can reorder them individually. You can also add text here, which is pretty cool if you want an address, and then you can choose one of the 4 effects of that. But I also want to show you how you can go into edit all, and you can re-render with effects or remove the effects. So for example, we noticed the fan was not on in this one. I'm going to try to re-render that one. We noticed the time lapse here, very cool. The data twilight here, the data night here. The rewriting process allows you to basically correct any hallucinations or any errors caused by the AI. It's just pretty normal, but it gives you the ability to do that without a limitation, which is really great. And after this happens, we'll show you how to reorder them all and to even get rid of some clips if you wanted to, as well as swap music. So we've re-rendered. Let's see if it's added those 3 things back in.
Get down in the car, want to give it all. Bust it open hard, let me see the job.
I didn't see any staging pop in here. Now the staging went into the bedroom. That was very cool. It changed it up the way I wanted it to. And let's look at the patio. They're both the same, which is good. It's still not showing the living room and dining room staging. We showed you how you could edit all these here and re-render up to 3 at a time, by the way. And you can also reorder all, which we're going to do. And the reason why I like to reorder all is I like to have the house presented in pretty much the way in which it will be viewed by a potential buyer, renter, etc. So you've got your drone shot, your front yard entrance shot. You got your shot here, which is the first scene you're going to see walking into the living room and kitchen area. Turn to the kitchen. They're going to see the dining room here. Matter of fact, let's move this over. Kitchen out to the dining room, then into the living room. Break it up a little bit. Main living room with the staging was pretty cool. Back into the kitchen from dining, headed to utility, and then the primary. Then going upstairs to the loft area. There are some other extra bedrooms, but I left them out of this video. We're gonna go ahead and plot this into order. So I checked these out after I reordered them, and now it's starting to show me the 3 virtual stage rooms. It's giving me the bedroom, the living room, as well as the dining room, which is great. So check it out. There's your dining room, sliding in and out. Living room, sliding in and out. Exactly what I expected the first round. So it just takes a little time at times to do that. You're not being charged to reorganize, to re-edit, re-render. It also gives you time to not only put them into order, there's the bedroom, put them in the order you want, but to basically move the effects around if you really wanted to. And when you're looking at these single edits, you can actually move something off. For example, say I don't want to show this outside view with the time lapse. You just remove it there and you leave it off. We're going to add it back in. It's going to reappear where you need it to. Now, in addition to that text I briefly showed you here, you can also change the music. You can use any selection from the music that they give you here, which is continuing to grow, and you can scroll that bar around to see that, or the ones you've uploaded.
It's really nice that you can upload your own music, especially in the case for YouTubers who may be concerned about monetization issues.
You want to be able to upload your own music so you don't have to worry about that because you might get a monetization strike if that's important to you. I've added my favorites, so I know the certain songs that I like. Realty for Life was a very big one there. And then the other one that I like to add in is called True Self. And typically I like to deliver some of the same songs for all of my videos. So we're gonna get out of this. If some of these don't apply, you want to really change those out. Beethoven's cool and everything, but I'm gonna go ahead and use that opportunity for Beethoven to show you how I can remove a song. You can search for it or find it with the slider. Since I know which one I want True Self. It's a really good song, good duration, 36 seconds. We're going to save the changes, and only that one's going to re-render, if you'll notice here, once this window closes. I've changed the music for this to be True Self out of Beethoven. And you can do the same thing. If you want some longer versions, instead of this short version, you can go into edit and you can browse for a longer version. And on each exact song, you can see how they give you the exact amount here. Another one that I like a lot is a new recent ad, Riviera. I like that one a lot. To have close to release a 30-second video, maybe even longer. And this one, because True Self is a good song, and because Realty for Life's a good song, that's fine. Wildcard and The Greatest and Funky Mania, I'll check them out later, see if I want to update those as well. Bottom line is you can download all 6 reels right here. If you just want the clips, you can actually download the clips as well. It's not showing, it's showing 0 clips because it's probably not updating here with the edits. Let me refresh the page. 6 reels or 20 clips. See that? You can save those to your desktop. Why are clips important? If you want to reorder them, customize them yourself, if your client wants to, if you want to use them as separate social media posts, there's a lot of options here for you. I'm going to show you how to do the branding. And I'm going to select my brand, which I've already created in the vertical 5-second clip. We're going to apply that branding. That way you can go to the end of each video, which I think is a nice little touch, especially if you're putting it on social media or providing it for clients. There's a link in this description below for you to try out Rendy. 5 videos, $79. You really can't beat it. You're going to re-upsell these at least for $75, maybe up to $150. Depends what market you're in. I personally did some packages starting at $75, and my clients are already loving this a lot. So check out the link, check out Rendy, and see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.